So the Hive released gravity out of nowhere, like they kinda just dropped it out of the sky, and that demonstrated gravity. Okay, hold up, it is kinda hard to win. So here are the best strategies I've used to win these games. First off, we're going into settings. Mobile is probably the most difficult platform to play Gravity on, as it's a bit challenging to move around. Switching to the new controls and using the sprint button to your advantage could help, but you have to be constantly pressing it because you can't hold it. Why did they do this? On controller, I would go into the controller settings and bind the sprint button to RT and then hold RT while playing. If you don't want to do that, there's always pressing the left stick to sprint, which most people don't know about. And on PC, just always hold the control key and use W, A, and D to move. The S key is not really necessary to use because you can just turn quickly and use the W key. So what is the point of all of this? Well, being able to sprint makes it easier to control your movement way more while falling, making the maps where you have to dodge obstacles much easier instead of turning way more to slow yourself down, and you don't see your surroundings. Now you want to try playing all the maps, getting a feel of them all, and finding paths that fit you. Since there's 27 maps in total, there's a lot of maps for you to play and memorize. Fortunately for you, I'll tell you the strategies for all of the significant and difficult maps, since the rest of the maps are just a straight path. These routes may not be the fastest way, but are the easiest routes for me to do. Starting with the easy maps. On Cyberpunk, dive into the small hole while moving forwards and avoiding pipes. For data, look for the first yellow bar and go in that direction. That's the area where the water is at the bottom. You know, this map actually kinda fits the easy difficulty after knowing where the water is. That's a little bit strange. On depths, stay close to the rocks but don't touch it. This will make you avoid almost every obstacle, and then near the end you have to quickly go forwards into any of the waters. On jungle, go near this wooden thing and then go forwards a little bit towards the bridge and you should get it. For some dumb reason, you can't see very well on lava, so you jump in the middle and then at the end, dodge this rock. On shapes, try to stay fairly close to the middle while going through the shapes like this. Now onto the medium maps. On Clockworth, jump away from the middle, then fall through the clocks while going back to the middle. Daisies is the only map where the water is not in the middle, so try to remember that. You have to go through the first flower, then turn around. I recommend going right after that, as the water there is the closest to the portal. For dimensions, you fall between these mine shafts and land on the slime block. Jump on the slime block to immediately cancel it. And from there it's no work. You could also go the same route, but going forward skipping the slime blocks, which is a bit trickier but it's way faster. For dungeons, go to the left of the first chain and keep going left and then go through the last few chains. For Labyrinth, good luck honestly. There's only 2 ways to go and the second one is so hard to do, so follow the main path while trying to stay close to the edge so you don't have to move much. Make sure you're always sprinting on this one. On lily pads, try going top right of the lily pad with slime blocks on it, and then go through the hole and then into the water. You can also land on the slime blocks and jump into one of the waters. On Post Office, go through the first hole and then aim for the top half of the holes. On Road Trip, go through the stop sign, turn around, and then dodge any obstacles while falling down to the water. And now it's time for the hard difficulty. For Circuit Board, go to the main path, turn around, and then go left of these wires. On Geometric, try to avoid all the squares and then come back to the center near the end. This is one of the hardest maps to complete, especially consistently. So the best spot I've found is to go to the very bottom of the pink square, then go towards the middle, going through the squares. For Shantytown, jump down and then start going left. Not exactly sure why this is a hard map when like dungeons is more difficult, but alright, I'll take it. Base is one of the most difficult maps, but there's actually an insanely easy route to complete this. First you go to the side where this orange planet is bottom right of you, then you fall directly south of this red planet, which will position you perfectly where you can go forwards into Earth and then perfectly into the water. On stained glass, you follow this path, which is mostly straight until you hit the slime blocks, then jump down and land into the water. Nice and simple. On triangles, you stay in the middle and then just move left and right. Nice and simple. What can go wrong? Now just don't be like me and die at the ending thinking the water is more triangles. For Twisted, you jump to the right and then go to the left. And finally, Under the Sea. This map is literally the #1 hardest map. I don't know whose business it was making this map the way it is. For the longest time, I thought the only route was jumping down on the right side, going near this fish and then around the jellyfish and the bubble into the water. After about level 14, I actually found an easier route. Yeah, so apparently this whole time, all you had to do was just fall through the smallest hole and then into this hole. Now the other way is faster, but I'm taking this way all day because at least I could consistently do it. With all of this, what map should you be voting for? I think you should vote for the maps that are the easiest to you because you gain additional XP for completing maps without dying. Once you're more skilled at the game, you can vote for the more difficult maps because other players may struggle on those maps while you finish and get first place. So now that you know everything about the maps, the last part is something so little yet so important about getting XP. Kind of. It kind of depends. I mean, if there's a bunch of high levels in your game. Can you guess what that thing is? You guessed it! Running from the damn water into the portal. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Why? Well, I need to get to the next level to win games quicker and therefore getting more XP. The Sweats try to speedrun this as fast as possible. If you've gotten to that point where you're good at this game, you can try to find better ways to get to the portal quicker. And if you're really skilled enough, the quickest maps to complete without glitches are Data, Clockworth, Dimensions, Road Trip, and Geometric. I say glitches because... well yeah, that's a swag group. So now that you know everything about Gravity, click here to learn how to max Block Party, and then click here to learn how to max every other game.